Gonna...
All right. What's up? Welcome to another episode of Good Said, Bro. This episode is sponsored by toothpaste. Brush your fucking teeth, idiots. Here on this show, it's very special. We got New Orleans in the building. We got the silly shaman himself, Mr. Corey Mack.
Oh.
There it is. And obviously another great comedian, the very lovely Miss Iina Esther, the fitness dominatrix.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. Good to have you guys, man. You guys got here yesterday, drove 10 hours, and ate like fucking dinosaurs.
Yes, we are very happy to be here. It's so good to be here. You serve good meat.
You're very good with accents. You've been doing African accents and white people accents since you got here. Have you ever done any acting?
¿Dónde está aquí?
There it
On
is.
Telemundo. That's it. That's all I know.
Have you done any acting? I know there's a lot of like acting stuff going on in New Orleans.
Can I trip you out here?
Yeah.
I can't get past an audition.
It's
Like
true.
you see how good I am, right? Like you see, I'm like people be like, "Oh my God, you're so good. You're naturally." You just dip in and out of characters. I'm like, well, and I'm good with the voices and stuff.
Yeah.
But then, like, I go into an audition and they'd be like, "All right, Corey, we want you to be, we want you to audition for the role of an X-Men character for a Morlock, and we want you to be like a toadish character." And I'll walk in, and this is what I do. This is what I went with. Hey, boss. I was like, hey, and it was like, okay, maybe not like little less of that. And I was like, hey, boss. Like, I couldn't get out of it. I couldn't get out of it. And I could see, like, I do shit like that. Like, can I say shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
It's
uncensored.
like, this ain't family friendly, is it? Because I was going to pull my
You should have
penis out.
seen. You should have
10
seen
minutes.
our last episode. It was just chaotically offensive. Like it was really bad. 3 hours. 3 hours with just a bunch of fucking idiots. It was amazing.
Oh, me and my buddy, we coming out with a podcast video or whatever, something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what, but we just
Plug it. What is it called?
It's going to be called, and I already made the little thing for it for ad. It's called The Usually Offensive, and it's got both of us like by the usual suspects thing. But it's got I photoshopped and stuff. It's cool. I'll show it to you. Can I break it out?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I show you?
Please do.
It's kind of cool. It's kinda cool. So anyway,
So yesterday,
hashtag coffee and tequila. by the way.
yesterday we were talking, and I found it just absolutely. It was amazing. You don't watch any stand-up specials. You don't watch any stand-up comedy. You don't have
only when I'm at a
show.
at a show.
Yeah.
But like you tune in because you know obviously. By the way, they don't watch any TV whatsoever. Iina since 2001.
I don't read books either, though, so don't think I don't be like, I'm too. I don't.
Did you stop around the same time Iina did, or was yours?
Oh, we
a little
didn't know
bit
each
earlier?
other yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
Mine came after hers when she was like, because I was still when
When she was like, "What's that?
I
That's a
was
TV."
still watching TV. Like I would watch it. You ready? I was still fresh in my comedy, so I would watch it, saying what we all say.
Mm-hmm.
That's man, you get some good material from there, man. There's good material on TV, you know. You watch shows, know what's going on in the world or whatever, you know. And she was like, well, "What about what's going on in your world?" Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got jokes.
Because yesterday I asked you, I was like, "Oh shit, what do you think of the new Dave Chappelle show?" And you're like, "Stop right there. I don't watch any stand-up specials. I have better shit to do." And just work on me.
That morphed into that, but it did start with I just didn't want to have that. Like when I first got into comedy, like I was basically like the first few times on stage, I'm doing my impression of a comedian or comedians, like the collage of comedy in my head.
Yeah.
So
you get influenced
and heavily influenced, to the point where basically when you get off stage, somebody can either say who you remind them of, or you can have what happened to me. And again, remember, I'm 43, and when I got into comedy, this is pre-internet like stuff.
Yeah.
And understanding the game of comedy and how it actually works. And just to also preface this, I grew up in an era where I at least in my mind, I thought a comedian was a person who just knew a bunch of jokes.
Yeah.
Didn't even consider that you write jokes or come up with jokes. You just, like, I didn't even know what, it just never dawned on me.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, okay, so here's where I'm going with this. I lost my damn self for my own train of thought.
After you had done your set, this was in New York.
Yeah, after I'd done my set in New York, like my 5th time on stage, I'm like thinking I'm ripping it, and Tony Rock walks up to me and he was like, hey man, Chris Rock's brother, he goes,
oh shit.
Because I was I did an open mic at the New York Comedy, not the New York Comedy Club, the comic strip on 81st or something, and then 2nd, and he goes, hey man, and I'm thinking he's gonna walk up to be like, and I didn't know who he was anyway, by the way, but he walks up to me and he goes, I'm thinking he's gonna be like, hey man, funny ass set, and he goes, hey man, you just did Damon Wayne's jokes, and that's how he looked at me, and I was like, I was like,
so like huh?
Okay, like,
was it good?
Did I do him well? Like, I did him better than him, right? Yeah. Now you're gonna
right. And then he's like, but then he goes, you don't do that. And I was like,
what do you do then?
Like, that's exactly how I felt. I was like,
did you know like they were Damon Wayne's jokes, or you just?
I don't even remember. No, I didn't know whose stuff. Like, to be honest with you, it was just like I didn't even write out what I was gonna do. I just got up there and was like, boom, jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that happened. So to kind of fast forward, by the time I met my wife, like I already did have a thing where I was like, I didn't want to watch stand-up comedians because I wanted to develop
on video,
like that, like especially famous people, because I wanted to develop, really be the self that I am, that everybody told me to be when I get on stage, to tell the stories or thoughts that I have. So to be honest with you, again, the first few years, any time I'd get off stage, there was always somebody who I was really reminding people of. And I was like, when I go back and look at it, I'm like, well, yeah, of course, because I watched their shows. I watched, like, as a kid, like, or through the years, like, I watched so much of their stuff that, of course, their even comedy timing was in my head. So it was like, man, I don't want to do that. I got to get that out of my head.
You got to reset.
I don't like it sucks for me because I love stand-up comedy, and I want to watch it, but I don't want to have the influences of them.
Makes sense.
And then another thing is like, and then I don't want to pick up bad habits from famous comedians. Famous comedian get on stage and can do and say things that you think you can do and say, and
yeah,
no,
you're not famous.
You're not famous. You're not a celebrity, so nobody gives a shit about how you worded that or said. Like, they just thought it was cool that you were talking about this topic.
Yeah. Do you feel like that made you better as a comedian?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I see the difference. I see the complete difference when I walk into a room and I perform versus that pre-brain of mine. You know what I mean? Like like it's all after all these years that I've been in that self-imposed non-video watching comedy prison. The only time I've had now someone say that I have something like another comedian that was with Dave Chappelle's new special.
That's an interesting story.
And I guess we'll probably address that. And again, for me, and I didn't even get like mad or anything, because I just was like, I thought that was kind of cool.
It was sincerely the parallel thinking, like to
an actual experience, like parallel experience.
I wasn't even thinking that this is what happened.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy about it, because some people blame parallel thinking for unoriginal thinking. You know what I mean? That's a big misconception. But in your case, you literally don't watch TV. You don't watch stand-up specials. No. It's just a joke that you literally thought in your brain because it's something that happened to you.
Well, exactly. Well, it wasn't something I thought in my brain as much as I told what happened. That's why it was even cooler to me, because everybody that knew me knows this happened.
Yeah.
And this was my take on it. But and it's funny because I've even had that take. I've discussed those things.
Yeah.
So it was just inevitable for me to be actually affected the same way I guess he must have been affected by
but like a similar
Or a similar
experience.
experience.
Yeah. So it's more like a sign of that specific era or the time that we live in. So like right now, those types of topics are happening to a lot of people.
What
So-
time?
so,
What time are we living in? If you
like-
don't mind,
like, say,
how do
for
you how do you see
example,
the time right now?
Well, in like say this kind of case, it's like words have become very specific, and who can use a specific word and who can't use a specific word.
Well,
And
I'm a black man that gets
Yeah.
to feel like I get to finally feel like what it's like to be a white man.
can't say certain words.
They're
you
like,
know?
hey, you can't say those words. I was like, whoa, I'm a nigger. I'm a nigger. I don't know if you noticed or not. There
But
ain't
hey, now
there
there's
is
words you
no
can't
word.
say.
There ain't no word I can say, all right? Oh, I can't? Well, I'll be goddamn.
Times are changing.
Times are changing, buddy. This is what Dr. MLK wanted. He wanted niggers to be able to live like non-niggers.
And have words they can't
And have
say
words
either.
they can't. I wanted to have a word I couldn't say. I thought it'd be hunky.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought it'd be hunky or crackers. I'd be like, well, what the hell am I going to do with all this cheese?
Being you, and we were talking about it earlier. Like we are in an era where people want to find something to be offended about.
Yes, they are not special. That is why. They don't have any talent. They have no skills. This is not a cigarette. This is marijuana. They have no skills. They have no talent, no story. So they cling to words that give them meaning. Their tears are monetized.
I think your borderlines have multiple personality disorder.
There's only
No. He does, but it's what he calls it is a
Control.
multiple personality order.
order.
Oh,
Everyone that needs to speak takes the microphone one at a time.
I see. I get that. Yeah, you're very you've said it. You're very free. You're very free
It's
to
super free bits.
to say what you want to say, and you don't
Except
really
for
think
the-
about it.
Can't say that word. And that's crazy, isn't it? Why can't I describe this character in its perfect form? I am a nigger, though. So it's bizarre.
You recently got in trouble for saying that word, right?
Yes.
By an algorithm, not even a real
Not
person.
even a real person.
They didn't
An
let him be-
algorithm. I was like, I don't even care about climate change. So don't beat though.
How about on stage? Are you fearless when it comes to that? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, like I'm in the French Quarter and on Bourbon Street, and I'll be like, they're like they play like certain songs all the time, right? So they'll play like "Don't Stop Believing," and when that shit drop, it'll be like boom, 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 boom. When it first come on, I'll be like, all right, folks, no matter what you believe in, don't you stop believing. So if you believe the University of Phoenix is a real college, don't stop believing. If you believe that that's real cocaine you bought last night on Bourbon Street, don't stop believing. I was like, if you believe that that's a woman you met in an 800 block of Bourbon,
Don't
stop believing, bro. And I'll take the microphone and tuck it and be like, yas. I mean, I try to do jokes that, like, that's just dumb impression. I'm sure somebody will be upset about that. That was stupid. I understand if somebody got mad at that. That's me just being an ass. But like my comedy, my stand-up, like, I try to, not on purpose, let me say this right. I ended up, thanks to the damn internet, getting infected with everybody else's garbage. So, and their thoughts. So then I end up tackling topics that I wouldn't normally have bothered to tackle. So like, I tend to try to do those jokes in the belly of the beast. So say like I have a joke, you'll probably hear it tonight. No, you will hear it tonight where I'm like, I do feel like an old white man at a hip hop concert trying not to say the wrong thing when I get around my gay cousin. It's like, it's crazy because I'm like, I've been knowing gay people. I went to high school with gay people, but suddenly in this new era, trying to be like a social justice warrior, I just, it'd be weird. So when I get around him, he'd be like, yas. I'd be like, oh, all right, how do you say it, buddy? How do you do it? How you say it? Yas. I got it. I love it. I love it. And you dance so well. I love it. You dance so
You're
good.
not a big fan of social justice warriors.
I'm not a fan of bullies.
Okay.
And I can see when somebody's bullying somebody. I don't care what your title is. I can tell what a bully is.
I get you.
And like I know when I'm bullying somebody, and I tend to not want to be a bully. So when I see somebody doing that, I'll be like, hey, I don't care if it's for Jesus. You're a bully right now. You bullying on behalf of Jesus, and Jesus is not a bully. And I'm like, I don't think that person was homophobic. I don't think that person was racist. I don't think that person was what you're saying they were. I think.
And you've been called all those things.
Absolutely. Absolutely a homophobic racist. It's just bizarre because gay dudes stay hitting on me. So it's usually a white girl online that calls me that. Because she's the one that just saw this. And she's like, oh, that's a man. That's a man. And he doesn't look gay to me. He looks threatening.
Speaking of white, you were forced into this life, this comedy life.
I kind of sort of. Yeah, like 5 years. Oh, it took 5 years of talking me into it. Like right from.
Oh, just talking you into it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was forced into all of this, but no. But no, from the moment that we met him and he had a crew of about 3-4 comedians that he would hang out with or write with, and sometimes they would come hang out at my place, even like in the
because they were homeless.
Early months, yeah, and they would come out and do writing together or whatever, smoke a lot of pot and and have a good time. Yeah, no, and they would always say like, "Hey, you have really funny stories, and you can tell your stories really, they're interesting. You should consider doing comedy." And then for 5 years, I would just go to the shows and jot down little notes and like keep telling my stories to everyone, and kept hearing the same thing from everyone. Like, yeah, you should get on stage. And so I finally did it, but not with the intention of doing comedy. I did it because my expertise is in motivation, behavior modification, and lifestyle change.
Holy shit.
And I used to do a lot of presentations and brown bag luncheons for like people who don't know about it. And then I spent 6 years in graduate school doing scientific presentations for professors and scientists. And all of a sudden, I felt like I couldn't say even like if I was talking to regular people, I'm going to talk in a funny, interesting way so that we can somehow make eating fruits and vegetables at least like humorous. You know what I mean? Like even something to make it like more engaging and fun.
Like Schoolhouse Rock.
But 6 years in grad school, like I couldn't even get out the word shit, much less like something rude, like bitch you're lying, like you did eat half a German chocolate cake. Like you got to be able to say that to someone, and like bitch makes the point better than saying like ma'am. Like that's better. Yeah. But like 6 years in graduate school, like I knew only how to speak in 12-minute increments, like do a really proper presentation, and nobody wants to listen to that shit. Like not even the scientists.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're like, oh, yeah.
No, but another fucking lecture.
Yeah.
Like I did comedy for that reason. I said, I'll do this like, maybe for like 6 months, like maybe a year, get like back loose and like being able to tell a story again without that stiffness, you know what I mean? And without a suit on, And that's what I started with. But then people started calling me because they'd come to our shows. And I was really, at first, just performing at the shows that we had already been producing. Yeah. But then people started calling and saying, hey, do you want to do the show too? Or they would just call me. And I was like, hold on. Like they had seen me at the show and they're like, hey, you should come do this show. And here we are. That was like 8 years ago.
Bring your dreadlocks with you.
Yeah, 8 years ago, and now I'm still doing comedy.
Speaking of which, how do you get the dreadlocks? Like with enough mushrooms and
yeah. No, there is actually a really interesing story to it.
You just did acid the next day you woke up. What are these?
Yeah, like what the hell? They just like grew out. They grew out. No. I'm originally from Finland. And I don't look the way most people would necessarily imagine a Finnish person to look like. And they're wrong. There are a lot of people with brown hair, darker skin, brown eyes in Finland, but people don't know that. So they expect a blonde, blue-eyed person when they see someone from Finland. And so I remember the first time I knew I was disqualified to be a professor at a university was I went to an interview and they looked at me. And the lady, like, because in your Vita, you put a lot of detailed information about yourself. So they knew that I was from Finland, and the lady at the counter looked at me and went, like when I introduced myself, she goes, oh, I thought you said you were from Finland. And I said, I am. And she said, oh, well, how did you get your hair to do that? And Like, I couldn't resist the temptation. I just looked at her. I said, oh, I understand. I said, listen, I used to be blonde. I had blue eyes and the whole shebang. But I married my husband and he smoked so goddamn much pot. I'm turning into a Jamaican from secondhand smoke.
You actually told
and
her
she
that.
didn't smile at all. And so then I said, oh, dear, I understand you're confused. Well, by secondhand smoke, I mean I hold the blunt second.
And now you're not a professor.
And so now, I'm not a professor at a university. I teach all private. I prefer to pick my students.
But whatever you say on stage sticks with people. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, I remember seeing you on stage one time, and I remember hearing that part where you're like, if you eat a lot, eat half of that shit. Like,
just eat less, eat food, and move
stuck
more.
With me because now I mean, I didn't listen to it. Because
but it's in there.
It's in there because every time I eat, I just hear you say, "Hey, you piece of shit, eat half of that."
Yeah.
See, it's all light. It's ultra light.
See.
I try to.
Yeah.
So when I'm like, oh,
If you could cut your drugs in half.
I shouldn't have
That's a
swallowed
huge
that
step.
donut. You come into mind. You're a piece of shit.
That's the psychology portion of what I do, which is really what I do mostly with my clients is I help them change their thought patterns. So I teach them these ideas of like, oh yeah, just eat less, eat food, and move more. Or like, do I want to eat more life or more death? Like that's a really morbid thought, but it helps when you're about to pick between like a double, quadruple heart attack burger and like something a little bit healthier.
I feel like I'll eat too much life that I'll die.
Yeah,
that's what I think. I think I'll put life in 2 burger buns, right? With double cheese, obviously. I'm putting my pussy, and then I'll eat life, and then cardiac arrest.
Nigga, I'm training for the cardiac arrest.
Yeah. So
I want my body to take forever to decompose.
You have a very interesting background growing up. Like I remember you. Well, I don't know much about it, but I know you would put pictures up of like you in like a parade and
Mardi Gras.
There's
a
black person like in white face instead of a white person in black face, and then he's there with like transgender people. And I have to call them that. Transgender people all over him, and you just see little Cormac, like 7 years old.
Then there's this weird dude behind us in the back. I remember that day too. This weird dude in the back. He's like, "Hey kid, you want some candy?" And I was like, "Yup." And I want my dick sucked too. I was 7. I mean, I knew stuff. I was in New Orleans. I knew stuff.
Were your parents very open minded? Were they? I don't know. I guess.
My mom's is. You know what's funny? I'm laughing. People have called me open minded, but you know what it is? I'm just ignorant as hell. Because that's the one thing that I got consistent with my mom. I'm like, actually, my mom, she's not particularly, they're not open or closed-minded. I would never describe them as either one.
They just don't know. They just
I'm
go anywhere.
Nah, they ignorant as hell.
They just don't know.
They don't give a shit.
It's a party.
They're ignorant. They don't give a shit. So that looks like, okay, ignorant as shit when you can articulate yourself. Makes you look open-minded. Because people are like, hey, what do you feel about this? I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you doing. They're like, why are you so open-minded? I guess so. I just don't care. I was like, just don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
And I'm good. I don't know if that's open-minded. I just don't give a shit. That's why I'd be
so his parents wouldn't have cared. They would have just been like, "Hey, it's a party," and you want to go?
They never told me what I
let's go.
couldn't do, like that. But like, only thing my mom, I didn't want to say that.
Well, what? No, you gotta say it now.
You need to not be messing with them little girls, them different women. You need to find.
Say it.
You need to be with one woman. No, I don't normally be telling you what to do. But I'm just saying I don't approve of that behavior. Like, why is she even doing this now? It was like, Mom, anyway. So like that was just weird to me. My mom was like, you need to just be
with one woman.
I'm like, okay, had me out of wedlock. Little Miss had me out of wedlock. All right, whatever. But anyway, what were we talking about? I got stuck messing with my mom.
That, like how your upbringing.
It
Yeah,
seemed like they were. Plus, my parents were like potheads. She's not. My mom's not a pothead now. Although, my stepdad now. I've been. She met my dad when I was 6 years old, and they just like recently got a divorce about 3 years ago. So to put that in perspective, like 30 damn years they were together. So
love isn't
he's
real. That's what you're
definitely
saying. Yeah.
he definitely is off the deep end. I think in his world. I don't know how he's doing now. So, but they just.
They just floated.
Yeah.
Like they just floated from one place to another. And
they
then
was
there's an
almost like,
opportunity somewhere.
hey, nigga, you eat a lot. You're like, I'll be glad when you get your own shit. And I was like, I'll be glad when I get my own shit too. Let me get the fuck out of here. That's why part of the reason I joined the Marines at 17, I was like I just.
It was exciting to you.
Get out
Well,
of
I just
mama's
wanted to get
house.
the hell out of mom's house.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like not to fight for your freedom. I did not join the fight for your freedom. It's Operation Get Out of Mom's House. Wasn't nothing going on in 9/11. I mean, in 1994. Plus, I went to an inner city black school.
Okay.
All right, all black, like 100%, 120% black. Black. Like is like recruiters couldn't have come to our school talking about, hey son, you want to fight for your freedom, nigga? What happened since first period?
Can you move
I
it a
thought
little
we
more
was.
this way?
I'm like, I thought we was free. What do you mean fight for my freedom? I thought Harriet did that, bro, so we wouldn't have to. I thought Hove already did that, so we wouldn't have to. I thought Frederick Douglass. I was paying attention, bro. I didn't pay attention to no other class, but when they said we used to be slaves, I went.
Used to be.
Used to be, right? All right, we good. We good. Where the white girls?
Fight for freedom.
Wherever there's trouble. Now that I did believe in that type of stuff, though. I thought that was kind of cool. Like I did bite the bug when I did join though. Where
Yeah.
a little bit of it, I was like, yeah, let's get some. Like that programming did take over me.
Oh, yeah.
I did let it take over me. Part of it though, I was a little loony too. Like a little bit of me used to read comic books so much
Oh,
that
no.
I wanted like, and I lived in the hood, and I didn't. Ironically enough, I didn't realize I loved drugs so much, but I didn't approve of them as a kid because I thought it was ruining lives. I just didn't realize there were just some people that just don't know how to do drugs. There's no class. Hi, I'm Corey Mack. Let me teach you how to do drugs. There's none of that. Nobody even teaches anybody how to drink. People die from drinking. Most of us don't, but some do because they don't. So anyway, I had this stigma on drugs and drug dealers. Like they were the ones that were like causing all the problems in everywhere in the world and all that stuff. And I'm sure they have their own issues, but anyway.
As a child, you wanted
As
to
a
go
child,
just like.
I basically, by the time I got
That's
to
the first time I
Marines-
hear a black guy say that. Usually in documentaries, the black guy usually says, the drugs and the pimps, those were the guys you wanted to be.
Nah, man, not me, bro. Not me, bro.
Well, you wanted to kill them all.
I want to be. That's why I'm laughing.
Get some.
That's why I'm laughing. I'm like, yo, like some of
Which
my
is
friends are
funny.
drug dealers. It's so crazy now. It's so crazy now. But part of that was the Punisher.
Hell yeah. It's one of my favorite.
And my mom's did get on some crack, and I think that kind of upset me.
Of course.
Because real shit, yo, they would sell some stuff. Some,
When
you'd
you
be
lose
like,
your
where my
Nintendo."
Nintendo? Where my Nintendo?
Oh, yeah, that's horrible.
But in hindsight, I was like, damn, nigga, you privileged ass nigga. I was like, I mean, you had a video game system. That wasn't your money anyway. And you know what? I'd rather some weed than a PlayStation 2. And if I did crack, I'd probably rather that than all of them. So
that's
anyway.
true.
So I had to. I get it, but
It comes from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
I guess just was it a hatred or dislike?
Plus,
for, like,
I'm gonna be
drug
real with
dealers?
you. Well, again, I ain't gonna front, and I did live in New Orleans, and that was like a big thing at the time in the '90s. You
Yeah.
think, and
Was it part of that epidemic?
oh, absolutely.
Like, part of
So
the crack
and,
epidemic.
and I wasn't I wasn't into that stuff. You dig? Like I read comic books, and trust me, by the time I hit like the 8th grade, I went from like being I'm lying, the 7th grade. I'm sorry, junior high school. When I went from 6th grade to 7th, that's when that was like a culture shock for me because it was like that's when I was going to school with drug dealers, and I'm in school with my stupid ass tag playing self. Nigga, I'm reading comic books. I'm in a school with drug dealers.
Yeah.
Like they got Bally's on like $400 shoes, $500 shoes, dope in their pocket. Teachers scared. They do what they want in the classroom. You dig? And that was kids though. That was kid drug dealers.
Yeah.
Kid idiots. Adult drug dealers don't act like that. They had a business, and that's why I respect the game. That's why I respect the game, and I just want you guys to know that I am a patron. I'm such a patron of drugs that when I go out of town, my drug dealers have to get on public assistance. They have to get on food stamps. They're like, man, my money gone now. Shit, what we gonna do till Corey come home?
I love the Punisher too.
That's who got me, bro.
Yeah, that's all he wanted to shoot people.
Yeah.
Or punish them. No, it's not. What is it?
No, he wanted
It's
to
not-
punish him.
No, it's not revenge. It's punishment.
Because they basically killed his family, and that's why I was like a little bit like I was in the comic book world too, and I didn't even smoke weed. Let that psychosis sink in. I read comic books, wanted to kind of be a little bit of a superhero.
Yeah. Now, Iina, you're not this. How did this even happen? Like, you come from Finland, totally different dynamic. I see you sometimes when he goes off the edge. You're like, you just nervous laugh. You go, and you look around for like, is everyone okay?
People sometimes ask me like, how do you deal with this, right? And and they say it kind of like as if it was like somehow like crazy or weird or like undesirable to have like a person like this around.
Maybe
you.
Not undesirable.
But
just
like it's
crazy,
a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, like that it's a lot and stuff. But there's like a couple.
If he wanted to fuck me, he would totally be
100%.
But like there's a couple of things. Like one thing, first of all, like I'm really good at knowing like I am me and he is him.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not me and I'm not him. So like that's my rule. So if ever he starts to get the point where I'm like at one point he really got into the flat earth theory for like a really long time.
No,
and he was talking about it a lot, and he was online.
Let the woman
joking.
speak.
You lying,
Yes,
man.
but-
Tell a story right. Yo, if you're gonna tell a story, tell
Yeah,
it right.
I know.
Tell it
He
right.
said
Let
that.
her
He said
speak.
that.
Tell
I
it
know.
right.
I know.
Please tell us.
But like,
continue.
But like he really like, and he would argue with because like wait, I know what his logic was. His logic was this, that it's not the point. Like the point was that the people who
like, you
who
can't-
make fun of the flat earthers can't explain, typically speaking, why they are so stupid. They'll just say like, oh, those people are stupid, but they don't really understand anything about like
Right. They just know.
space or physics or
Like, that's all I
anything.
thought.
Like they
I thought
just
that was funny.
more like convinced that they're right. And so he was like mocking the people who are so sure of their theory when it's not their theory and they don't understand the theory. So it was mockery, but he got really into it and he went really deep and he started really bothering people.
goddamn comedian.
And a
What am I
lot of
supposed to do?
and so like
I'm not a normie.
and so I didn't do anything.
have a
So I
9 to
was like,
5.
you know what? Like some people would even like say something like, "Yo, he's really in the flat Earth." Like, like you're a scientist, right? And I'm like, he's not me. I'm not him. Like I don't care. Like it really didn't bother me. Now I did though. One time when I was at TJ Maxx, I saw a globe. I bought the globe and I left it on his desk.
You're like, see, that's proof right there.
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
I
look.
didn't say it like that. I just left it there.
That's what I'm trying to
And
say.
But it was like the joke about like I bought this globe for Corey. Man.
This is how I felt
But,
about
yeah.
that. This is again what I'm talking about. When we get into this stuff, I'll be like, that's why I don't like the internet. I'll be like, everybody just jump on a thing. I was like, just if there were no flat earthers, then y'all would still be stupid. I was like, they invented flat earthers to make you feel better about yourself, but I see through that. You're still stupid. I know this because you can't prove that the earth is fucking round. I'm fine with saying it's round, but I need you to prove to me that it's wrong. Oh, it's nothing. It's on here. Bitch, they got werewolves on there too.
Like that. And I get that point.
I'm saying, don't you guys get it? I'm like, you guys are just arguing over something that's stupid.
Is there any thought in your mind?
And I don't mind the stupid people that are actually like, I didn't mind the flat earthers' stupidity. I appreciated their stupidity because it was some new stupid shit. And I was like, I like some new stupid shit. Give me your new stupid shit. Fine. It was that because those Trump supporters, yeah, they're all dumb. So liberals are all smart now? Did y'all all become doctors and lawyers? Not lawyers. Or doctors. Even still two wrong things to say. You understand? Like something, because something else stupid exists. Your IQ does not go up.
Yeah.
And that's what baffles me about these different topics. So I just can't help it. I love YouTube. I will fuck with YouTube, and I do YouTube.
But he watched a lot of videos on
and
Flat
I was
Earth
like, what is this
weeks.
shit? Yeah, of course.
And it
Was
was
there
hilarious.
any speck in your mind that told you to believe in the Earth being
Oh no,
flat?
dude. I've watched Zeitgeist and all of that. I will watch it. Like I read comic books. There's no difference.
What would be
I was like, oh, what makes them say this? And I just would watch it and I'd be like,
Like, let me
I
see.
don't- and I was like,
have
they
you
don't really
ever-
explain it either, or I don't get it.
Have you ever come across like actual proof that the Earth isn't flat? Like
No.
from somewhere? or
No, I don't
something?
even. I wasn't even looking for you guys. I wasn't even looking for it for
Yeah.
that purpose. I'm not looking for truth. I'm looking. I just. I was on the internet.
Well, it seems
and
like you were
everybody
looking for
kept talking
truth because
about-
you were like, prove that the world isn't
No,
flat.
it was prove that you aren't stupid.
Oh.
Two. That's what. See, I've said no. I need you to. I don't want to talk about stupid people. Because I'm done with stupid people.
Yeah.
Like when somebody's using another.
So in other
stupid-
words, the
somebody's
flat
using
Earth
something that's
theory-
clearly stupid to prove that their superior is beyond me.
I get that.
So that's why I'm like, I was like, nah, and I don't mind antagonizing people. I will
You love
antagonize
it.
the fuck out. Yeah, I will antagonize people once I think they're stupid, and they're like on a kick on a bandwagon. So like if you look at my new profile picture, there's a picture of me. looking like I'm holding a Donald Trump mask, like as if I was wearing, like as if I've been Donald Trump for the last 3 years.
I haven't really been attention to
Go look at that photo, blow your
bounce.
mind. I'm like, there's part of me that's like this Joker tattoo on my arm that I got before I even got my Marine Corps tattoo, where I'm like, I like a little bit of this, I like a little chaos, and I don't like that. I already don't really care too much for order, especially after getting out the Marines. I'm like, all right, I'm a little done with that. Everything got to be like this. And now I'm watching people out here in this regular free life. I don't know, just be stupid for no reason, I guess. And I don't know. I'm
Or
losing my
setting
thought.
up more rules.
Setting up more rules. Yeah. Setting up
How
more
can you
rules.
go from the Punisher to the Joker? How dare you?
Well, because guess what? On the left side, there's the Marine Corps tattoo.
Oh, there it is.
So there's a little order and a little chaos in here, baby.
Yin yang.
Order and chaos. Yin yang, that's cool. But yin yang makes me think of pee-pees. Oh, one put wang on me, yin yang on you. That sounded funny to me, yin yang on you.
Your thought process when you do comedy, like where does it come from? Is it just whatever Corey Matt thinks on the daily? Besides stupid people, I know stupid people is a big part of it.
No.
No.
Where
does it come from?
anything. I mean, I'm just goofy. Like I walk into the grocery store or the gas station, and I'll be like, "Let me get your finest game diamond. Your finest game diamond."
What is that?
The blunts.
Oh,
It's a
we
cigar.
don't
Like,
have those here.
well, it'd be the equivalent would be like, "Give me your finest Phillies blunt. Give me your finest," and they always be like, "Yes, that's so funny." Like I'm just silly. I'm just silly. I like to laugh. That's my favorite emotion. I'm 42, bro. I walk in a room full of black people, and even they be like,
He's white.
"He look really good, and he black. Black don't crack, but shit."
Yeah,
He
when you
looks
told me, I was
healthy.
like, wait, hold
he
on.
looks healthy. He looks healthier than.
What's your secret? Is it laughter?
I don't be worrying about shit generally. And when I do, I got like 6 gray hairs now because of that shit in the last 10 years. I count them. I've counted them. I'll be like, I laugh and I like to joke. And I'm in that flow all the time. So I don't I come out of the flow. I live in the flow. It's sort of like the
Jokes.
Hulk. You remember my man was like, don't you got to get mad or something? He's like, oh, you don't get it. I'm always angry.
Yeah.
I'm always silly. Like, yeah.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah. And something has to actually upset me. I don't nothing makes me want to clown. I always want to clown. Something makes me sad. Shit'll make me not want to clown. But generally, I'm like, well, she's been married to him all this time. I was like, I generally like to laugh. Even though I don't even get to watch stand-up comedy anymore.
Fuck off.
I don't know why.
He made me feel, well, unintentionally, he made me feel like shit yesterday. Because he was like, oh, I was like, hey, did you watch Chappelle? He's like, stop right there. I don't watch stand-up comedy on TV. And I was like, that's cool, man. Are you enjoying your food?
And I want to talk about that food though.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's
really
cool, man. So, did you guys see my dog? It's fine. But then I understand it. Like, I mean, it makes sense. I honestly just, I guess, because I understand where you're coming from, but I like watching specials because I like to see other comics tear it up, especially comics that are making me laugh. I like laughing at
But yeah,
you know what I mean?
no,
I do too, but
there is also
just-
an additional
I'm scared.
reason. Like, there's actually one of the reasons. Like, I had never watched comedy because it wasn't something that like
That's even
it wasn't
crazier,
even big
yeah.
in Finland or anything at that time. When I
The
was there,
multiple
and then when I
jokes.
came here,
Because what would be in Finland? Like,
Yeah.
did you eat that fish? You know what I mean? It's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different.
today it wasn't so cold. Oh, that's the joke. Oh, today it wasn't so cold.
And then
Today we discovered salt.
It was good day.
It's a good day.
no, it really is cold. My dad used to say that we get 10 months of winter and 2 months of really bad skating weather. But then when I came to the U.S. For the first few years,
You
the
laughed
way
for the first time.
for the first no, yeah, but like in terms of stand up, I couldn't. That's in line. I couldn't. But one of the reasons I left was
What
because
does
I
that
found that
sound?
people there are
very stoic, like you
neg-
said.
and
Yeah.
I find that they always focus on the problem.
Huh?
Like my sister is actually one of those people. Is like she could be talking about something, like she'll be like talking about something good that happened, like a vacation, like or dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. This fish is good. This is good. I'm just really disappointed that it didn't come with tartar sauce. Like she was and so like one time I looked at her and I said, "Well, Annie, aren't you glad that there was something about it that you could complain about? Because if there wasn't, you would have had to make up something." And then she got mad at me, you know.
Because you don't know how to express
You know
laughter.
what I mean? Like, but like that's like a Finnish trait. They can be like they find problems, but of course they live in the edge of the world and it's freezing there. So like you have to anticipate every problem that could possibly arise because they will, and like you're gonna all die if you didn't already think of it ahead of time and solve the problem before it happens.
Yeah.
So like it's sort of the environment I think explains part of that. You know
I
that
see.
culture. You know what I mean? So they
Look,
can.
sheep.
Yeah.
Stupid sheep.
Yeah. So they can. So like
Does this
that
burn
was
in
actually
fire?
it was one of the reasons why I would have left Finland was. Like,
Yeah, you made that
very
decision a long
stoic.
time ago. You say you made it at 7 years old. You
At
told your
7 years
parents,
old,
I'm
yeah.
not staying here.
Yeah, I'm not staying here. I was like, they had introduced me to warm weather, and I knew
So
there were
for
places
10 more
in the
years,
world.
you're like, oh,
Oh yeah.
Come
But I also
on,
knew I
17.
had come on, yeah. Like that was my first. Like I knew that was my first chance to be able to go somewhere where it's warm.
later on in life,
and where there are
as
palm
you
trees.
started getting closer to 17, were your parents like, oh shit, she's ready, she's gonna.
Oh yeah, I
leave.
started looking for like exchange student organizations and like I prepared. Like I tried to get the best grades.
You had to be smart
I
on
had-
purpose to get out of your country.
Yeah, my mom said to me when I told her that actually what my mom's response was when I said that, my mom said, well, you better study English really hard when it starts because nobody out there speaks Finnish. And so like I made it my mission to memorize like every word. And then I knew I needed to get a scholarship because like
Was it true though? Was your mom right? No one speaks Finnish here.
Yeah, I know.
100% true.
Oh, yeah,
You're the
100%.
only person I've ever heard speak Finnish except YouTube, like that. Girl I was telling
Except
you
for
about.
YouTube.
That's the only.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not a common language. How big is Finland?
Land size
Yeah.
wise, I forget the numbers, but
Is
it's
Texas
equivalent.
bigger?
It's equivalent to the size of Montana.
Oh, so Texas is
So it's
definitely bigger.
Oh yeah.
So it's tiny. It's a small.
But in terms of European countries, it's large. It's one of the 5 largest ones. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And Sweden is bigger. France, I think, and I'm not sure if unified Germany now is bigger because I studied
said
geography.
Germany.
I studied geography before. Yeah. they unified, but they might be bigger too. But it's one of the biggest.
Is that why you travel a
landmine.
lot to a lot of places because you study geography? Or you just love.
Oh, I studied geography because I knew I was going to be traveling. Because I didn't know. From the time I was 7, I was preparing to leave, but I didn't know where I was going. So I had to like learn every country. I had to learn all the capitals. Then I had to like try to like try all the different foods, and even if I didn't like it, I would have to eat it because if I'm in another country and they're gonna serve me lizards, then I can't just go like ew. I had to learn about the religions and understand like I don't want to go to some country and like offend their religion or something. So I had to study all of that really hard, and so I got good grades, not because I was like brilliant or a good student, but because I had to get out of Finland. So it's not necessarily. I'm sure they have a good education system, but it might also work to their benefit. All the people are trying to escape.
So you've eaten lizards.
Yeah.
That's what I got from all that.
And rat was, I think, one of the ones that people find most disgusting.
Where
blood pancakes.
Where you ate it. Where did you eat
Vietnam.
the rat? Of course.
Yeah. It was barbecue. It was really good.
It was really good.
It was actually way better than the snake that they served us.
Okay.
Snake sucks.
Yeah. The snake was tough. But of course, it's just
You
one
ate the
long
rat
muscle.
too?
Rat tastes like you ready?
Like squirrel.
Wait, I was gonna say, tastes like squirrel or rabbit. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like chicken.
Okay.
No,
You've eaten
it's a little more
squirrel too?
gamey.
Well, I'm saying like think of the texture of chicken.
You have
Like
at
dark
Sid's
meat.
party.
Like dark meat.
Yeah. I've eaten alligator.
It's not like that. But squirrel, you ever eat squirrel?
No.
You're from Louisiana. You be like, eat rat is like it tastes like squirrel. What?
That's the first time anyone ever has it. You ever eat squirrel? Absolutely
Just pick
not, man.
Two animals that nobody's gonna eat. Like squirrel.
The food I made you last night, zero squirrel.
Like rabbit.
Surprisingly, zero
Okay, like
squirrel.
rabbit.
Nope, neither.
Okay, like
Nothing. Okay, yeah.
And that's why everybody say things like chicken. You got to walk you down there because.
But it's a
Isn't
little more
that something
gamey.
that someone says whenever it's an animal that it's very taboo to eat? Like, oh, it just tastes like chicken.
No, it doesn't apply to everything though. Like that damn snake did not taste like chicken.
At
What it
all.
tastes like very gamey.
Never mind.
Grassy.
Never mind
No.
the word gamey. It was.
It was like
It was-
octopus if it was really, really overcooked and like in
Tough.
big, like a huge octopus.
Do you know what
like
kind of
big.
snake it was?
No, it was like a black snake about this long. I don't know the.
Oh my god! I remember how they.
Yeah, they
Look at
killed
them in
it
a bucket.
by going
They
and
would
like
keep them
hitting
in a
it
bucket.
against
They'd
the
be like,
side
"How
of the
many snake you want?" You first you like, "Ooh, let me get."
This was
ooh,
in
I'm,
Thailand.
I'm feeling saucy.
Vietnam.
Like, let me get
Vietnam,
5.
Vietnam, sorry.
And you see him go, "Pap!" You go, "No, let me just get the one. Just the one."
Oh, I felt so bad.
Oh
I
my
felt
God.
so terrible.
Just one.
I didn't
just
want him
one.
to kill any more snakes. They were
So they just slam
They
it.
just
yeah, like
smash it.
uchum, yeah.
Pow! You're
And
like,
then
just one.
they throw it in the and they threw
Fryer?
it in the actually the rat they prepared on top of like a grill on top of the fire, but with the snake they actually opened it up and threw it into the fire, into the flames first. And I don't know if it was because they knew the snake was going to come too, or if the fire was creating some kind of muscular reaction, like post-mortem on the snake. But the snake started squirming like under the grill and was just going all over the place, like with fire all on it. And like I was like, no, we just want one snake. Like I didn't want to see that again.
I couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle it. I
It
couldn't
was
handle it.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't be
that's-
able to be a butcher. Of
That's
any
the
kind.
difference between me and you. I'd go like this. Ew, no. And I'd go get some orange chicken.
I can't front. I know why we did it because we were like
Very adventurous. You're very
well,
adventurous.
we had to do it. It was like, yo, we have to be able to tell the story. So
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, you
like,
did
yeah.
it for the story.
Yeah. You do
It's
it
like
for the
I'm not
vine,
doing
huh?
like I was not doing it. Be like, oh, I think I might. You know what? I think I might come back to Vietnam.
I'm more
Little
like
rat.
that. He'll do it
What?
to get a fun photo out of
Yeah.
it or video, And then we did a video of like me serving the rat to him or something. He'll do it for the video. I'll do it because
He'll do
I
it
want
for
to
the
see
gram.
It. Yeah,
Do it for the gram.
I just want to see it all and try it
Did
all.
someone say gram?
Really? So you're the one that's more adventurous and just interested in how other people and other cultures eat
Yeah, like
and
I was,
live and stuff like
like
that.
from that perspective, maybe. Yeah, but
My neighbor's
it's not that
just
he's not
like you.
adventurous, but like, yeah, like,
Like, huh?
but he's not going to like, yeah, like, but he wouldn't be like running out to go taste the rat
Yeah.
first, except for the video.
Is she wrong?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, for the
I was like,
video.
what are you talking
Yeah.
about? I totally would
Yeah.
run out and go do it. I was like,
Yes. Yeah.
we just different kind of adrenaline junkies.
Yeah.
Is what I would call it.
Well,
Like,
fuck
Yeah.
that noise. I don't eat rat, squirrel, or snake.
Yeah.
Although some people do cook snakes here with rattlesnakes. right? But yeah, it's not really my thing. I just like
That probably sounds delicious
normal
because it might be more meaty.
cuddly animals. I
Yeah, normal cuddly animal.
cows, they're
Yeah.
beautiful, but very delicious.
Yeah.
Chickens, fuck chickens, dude. Like, who cares? They're just chickens. And pork.
I would eat a
pig.
dog
Here we go.
or a cat.
God damn it.
I'll totally eat a dog or a cat. I don't separate them.
Hell no. Hell
Yeah.
no.
And from what I heard just recently, I can't remember what it was, where I came across this, but some organization is looking to make human meat a viable thing, and that it could like somehow cure like a hunger thing. And I was like, I bet it would, because then people become cannibals, and that would absolutely
Helps with the population.
That would absolutely help with the population.
Traffic goes down a
great
little
idea,
bit.
guys. I don't know if you understood it thoroughly though.
Children are very susceptible to fucking die.
So I guess I said all that to say I would at least
Would you try human?
dip a little bit. I'd be like, I mean, it's legal now. I wasn't gonna smoke pot
Would you eat a
until
human?
it became legal.
I don't know
I think
what
I would taste it. I would
I don't
taste
know
it.
under
I
what
like when you
conditions.
thought about it a
You know what I
little
mean?
bit
Like,
too
I don't want to wait till extreme conditions.
yeah, like no, like it's not about like I wouldn't go out of my way to go
I'm
taste
saying if somebody if they
per
had like
se,
a
but like if there was like
if they had a restaurant named Peeps, I would be like, oh, let's go check.
What do you guys serve here?
People,
Human
I mean, if it was
fingers?
farmed, human.
fingers.
if it was like if it was like organic and responsibly farmed.
A human?
Nah, I don't want to.
Oh, so it's from Finland.
Man,
Okay.
you gotta have no meat on that thing, man. I want a Burger King person.
I can't believe I let you guys
Burger
stay here
King.
in my house last night. That's fucking crazy. You
You're
guys
safe,
really
bro.
fucking humans.
Whoa.
Tonight,
I said in
all
a
those knives
in a
off of-
restaurant where it was.
Yeah,
like
if it was like in a restaurant and it was just culturally acceptable to taste it, you know,
I don't think
and
I
it was
could do that.
somehow like morally right because I mean we made a lot of other things.
how this would die?
Well, I mean, a lot of people do it in
Okay.
India. Like, well, there's like I don't know if it's a
lot of
Eat,
people-
wait a minute, people are eating the fucking placenta. Get out of here.
Yeah, some people do eat.
And I've eaten a vagina before, and I gotta tell you,
Oh, well, yeah, that's a little different.
it's part of a person.
Yeah, but you don't ingest it.
But
It's
you-
not in your
You
stomach.
nibble on it, and there's some fluids that come from it. And you swallow them. You don't go, oh, girl, go dry your pussy off,
Josh is
you monster.
Josh is rock hard right now.
That impression of pussy eating.
Good for you, girl. Get it, Ina. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just think humans. I mean, if it came down to like that story of the soccer team that crash landed in the Andes.
Yeah.
They were forced to eat each other because some people were dying and they.
Oh, I would under those
survive.
conditions.
I understand, but if there
Yeah.
was a restaurant named Peeps, like you guys,
See,
wanna
that's where
taste some
y'all lose
human?
me. Y'all guys are psychopaths. You want to justify you want to wait to the extremity to justify your insanity. I don't want to wait that long.
It's called nature.
Nah, y'all say that now, but that's why I can't trust y'all. Y'all say, oh no, it has to be life or death. I'm like, well, how do I know when you think it's life or death?
When you
You
stop
goddamn
breathing, man.
cannibal. You patient ass cannibal. You fine, patient young cannibal. Okay. Like, all right. I'm like, me, I'm just saying. I'm like, hey, this person, like, they got a whole museum where people are like, before there are people that'd be like, hey, but when I die, I want you to put my body in that museum. They'd be like, what museum? The one where they be like, they cut your eyeballs open.
Yeah.
And they like stretch open your muscles. And if just like when you go to the zoo, some zoos you go to, or like the insectarium.
Yeah.
You go to the insectarium and be like, well, here's a section where you can try a few insects.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, taste one. Kids, taste one. Here's an ant. Here's an ant. Here's a cricket. Anybody says cricket? All the kids are like, ew. I meet the cricket. Well, I feel like if I went to that museum with the people, and I was like, man, what the fuck is that? What is they cooking? It smells good.
We use the
And it was
unusable parts
like, and it
for
was
some
like,
jerky.
and that was inside that museum. It was like Peeps. I'd be like, yes, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna be like, oh.
Oh yeah, because they have to
But
do
I'ma
something with
try
the
it.
skin. They take off
Just
the
a
body, and what if
guy-
they take off the skin and they make like they boil it in oil to make like little
Okay,
cracklings?
now I
Crackling?
just got
Like,
Jesus Christ.
That would be a
Oh
moral.
my God! It is so
That would be a moral way to taste a human.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Because
Iina.
they already donated to science.
that guy was a jerk. Ooh, I bet that jerky tastes real good.
Just a guy with a tray.
His
Just
beef
like,
jerky
do you
tastes
guys
real
want some?
good.
Oh well, it's caramel, dick. We sliced it up,
Whoa.
dipped it in caramel.
See, I
See,
wouldn't
oh,
even
is
eat
that where we draw the line?
Yeah, because I wouldn't eat a cow's dick.
You wouldn't eat a cow's dick.
No, I wouldn't eat a cow's dick. No, what am I trying to win $50,000? With Joe Rogan screaming in my ear, "You can do it, Corey!" I'll be like,
There's a lot
What
of
are you
cultures
doing?
that eat animal dick.
"Well, that's them. I'm not talking about eating a dick.
I am
I
though
don't eat a
human dick.
I don't eat a dick. Period. Who cares whose dick?
So
That sounds
I don't
like
even know.
entrapment.
I don't even know how to eat my dick.
a pedophile.
No dicks. Nobody eating dicks in his household. Ain't gonna have no dick eaters.
Okay, so dicks is out.
Dicks is out.
Assholes, like human assholes.
Oh, like you could cut the thing, and those would again be
No,
like octopus.
I wouldn't eat that because
Without the beak.
Yeah, and like the little calamari
Without the
rings. If you took a bunch of
Asshole calamari
it's the
ring.
because it's a sphincter muscle.
Fried
so,
asshole.
So yeah, you just bread it and
human
fry it.
chitlins.
Oh no. I mean, because they're gonna have to do something
call
with
them
the
chadlins.
insides. They can't just leave them in when they preserve them for the museum. So
Yeah.
all the internal organs could be used for
I don't even like
specialty dishes.
Chitlins or intestines, right?
Yeah.
Or what? Okay.
pig intestines. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we form of chitlins, but for us, what is it? Cow? Is it cow? They're called tripas here, and I think it's cow or pig, but yeah, we eat chitlins all the time.
I'm
but
pretty sure y'all eat them too.
We fry them. We fry them till they're crispy, like cracklins. And then we put the salsa, the green salsa, and lime with salt, and
See,
eat it in a
I
taco.
would taste that because you know what? You
Yeah,
know what we
it's
do?
fucking dope.
They boil it.
Yeah. We don't do it like that.
Ugh.
We turn them into cracklings, and they're
Yeah.
like just little cracklings, and it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite tacos. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of my
Intestines.
favorite
Oh, wow.
tacos. Yeah,
Yeah. No, I
there's a
don't.
restaurant
What's it
here,
called?
like 2 blocks away, Tripas, which
Tripas.
means intestines. Yeah, that's all it means. It means intestines. Tripas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's a restaurant
Yeah.
literally 2 blocks away from here that
Oh my
has
God,
the
I love how
best
you roll your R's. It's so cool.
tripas.
Tripas.
It's so cool. It's like how black guys shout their R's at the end of their words. I love when you guys talk. Say something else.
Ha.
Say something else with an R. You guys say like, for like every one of our R's, you guys say like 17. I love it. It's so cool.
Like
Tripas.
car is carro.
Tripas.
Carro.
Tripas.
What? No,
Perro.
No, nobody does that to
It's,
cars.
automobile. Yeah, coche is like one of those old wagons. Coche, yeah, no, coche is actually Mexican. Carros from us. Yeah.
Oh, that's really like a Texas Mexican word.
I guess so.
Texas
There's a
slang.
whole bunch of
That's
words.
so cool.
Like
Carro.
trancale. That's not a real word either. Trancale, a lot of people say trancale here. Like trancale means lock it. But that's a Tex-Mex thing. If you say that shit in Mexico, they're like, what?
Yeah.
It's échale candado.
That's very. It's too many words.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's-
Fucking words, man.
They are
Love
funny.
them, hate
Words
them.
are funny.
Eat rats, eat fried asshole. Fuck it, dude. Let's fucking have a party. You guys are so interesting, man. You guys literally are. They're
See, I'm
fucking
not a
interesting.
vegan. See, we're not vegans.
And you guys, well, especially you, Corey, when you go on stage, you're not, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but you're a different person on stage than you are in real life. You're both silly on stage and off, but it's a different kind of silly. Like when you go on, it's more, and you might hate it, but it's more organized chaos. And when you're, and when you're off stage, it's just chaos.
Chaos.
This is chaos, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it-
because I'm living here.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to take living and then my living, I guess, and then convey it in a way to the people so I don't have to say every 5 minutes, you just had to be there. You just had to be there. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like,
What's your end goal? What's the end goal when it comes to comedy, man? Like for you?
to never ever work a day job.
Uh-huh.
That's why and I've been doing. That's been great thus far for the last 8 years.
I hear you.
It's been lovely. Not taking shit from anybody. Telling the customers they're never right. I like that. I love that.
Yeah, that's a good way to see it.
I love that. I really do get to be free there, and I don't have a beef with the world. I don't have some ulterior motives. I'm not looking to change anybody's shit. Believe what you want. I try to. That's why I try to convey my. I understand that people think what they think. I try to convey my thoughts in a way that they can understand them. And I don't pick a side. I think we know what the hell evil is, so I don't need to point that out to you on the stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this person, I'm going to tell you stories that'll kind of maybe blow your mind. You know, I'm going to tell you my experience is not like anybody else's for the most part, except for that one. And it was Dave Chappelle, so I'm not that mad, you know. It's that one. But it happens to all of us, so I'm fine with that. But there's so many stories I have where my angles, by the time I drop the punchline, again, like I can make jokes about how, like my angles are about the people that I'm telling them to. Like I don't go into a liberal room and then try to do Trump jokes. All my jokes gonna be about y'all asses in here. I'm not gonna walk into a room full of Republicans and then try to do a whole bunch of, like I don't do that. I will have, like, it's what I do. It's like I got this joke and it's funny. If it's funny, I think it should be funny to the people that it's about too. I try to. That would be maybe the thing I like to do probably the most. If there's an end game, it's to be able to do like what I think the gestures did in the old days. I want to work for the king and queen, and they be like, "You the only motherfucker that tells me the truth. Thank you." You know?
But they would kill them also. They would offend them.
And that's the thing.
In a way that is where you can't be offended.
Where you can't be offended.
Finding the words to get people to see something without offending them.
And I think part of it is again, like trying not to necessarily have like again being like pissed off. Like it's almost like I'm only telling you this for your own good. Like again, like I was messing, like when I mess with the SJWs online, like I'm a little brutal. But on stage, when I'm talking to them, I'm like, yo, let me let you know how you sound right now. Just so you know, I just want you to understand this is how you sound. And if this is your thing, you might want to try a different approach, and I'll present these stories in these different ways. You know what I mean? So like, again, the other night when I was doing this set, I was like, yo, I said, make some noise if you're a social justice warrior. And a few people lightly clapped and say, oh, you motherfuckers make all that noise online, and now you fucking quiet shy when you got a chance to make. So then I go on to say, and then I go on to say, I try to be supportive because I don't like bullies. I don't like people to bully people. So I went to this event with a friend of mine, and there was a speaker that get on stage, and this young lady had a shirt that said, "The future is woman." And I was in the back and I yelled out, "Did you just assume the future's gender?" And everybody that was like, "Yeah, she did, boo!" And they booed this feminist speaker off the stage, and I just felt a victory there.
Oh,
I felt the victory there for the world. I was like, I think we all learned something today. Don't be a hypocrite.
What does it do to you?
So stuff like that, like I does that make sense? Like,
absolutely.
So if I see something, I'm like, oh shit, but I want to tell them, but I don't want to be like, you stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah, you don't want to become the bully.
No, not at all. And I know it's a fucking
thin line.
It's a fucking line, and I know when I kind of get a sense of when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I see,
and I pull back and be like, okay, now I'm just being an ass. And I was like, okay, I'll be an ass.
And I see you accomplishing that because I see the shit you do and I see your success. I've seen you on stage. I think you're hella talented.
Thank you.
If by any form of like way, like, this is a hypothetical, you don't get to not work a day of your life, would you still continue doing comedy because you just truly love it?
I would do it in not on stage. Like, in other words, like, I mean, like
my drunk uncle.
I wouldn't take any extra steps to get on a stage, I guess, at that point. Is what I'm saying. Like that's what you're asking. Like when I stop, like I'd be the guy at the party that everybody would be like, man, that dude should be a comedian. You funnier than the motherfuckers I be seeing on TV. That's what they would say. Does that make sense? I would just turn that up even more. I think sometimes I turn it down, actually, if you really want to know some real shit. When people know that I'm a comedian, because then there's this
expectation.
Well, nah, not an expectation. It's almost like they think like no, look, this is what I do. This is my personality. Like, no, I don't like. I'm in a yearbook for most humorous, and anybody that's she knows
known me. Like everyone who knows him from high school will always come and tell me. He's like, "Oh, it's so nice to meet you." He's always been stupid. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It's,
you talk to my family, they'll tell you
everyone.
Like this, my spirit is like.
So he would always just be the funniest person, no matter where he is.
Clowning.
But if he says, but the fact is that people would be calling for him to be on stage, and would he say no to it? Absolutely not. It's hard to keep him off the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to go on vacation.
Yeah, when I've gotten him to go on trip, the longest trip I got him to go on was 5 weeks. Like he joined me.
We gotta stop going places where ain't no black people.
And then what happened?
Because they see my black ass and they be like, "Oh, entertainer."
Yeah, but when we go to those, come here. Yeah. And we go to those places, and it's
the
like
ones that have money on their own go to Africa.
That's funny. The
entertainers come here.
So he will like. One is he'll usually end up on stages anyhow because band members will pull him up, and he will end up playing with different bands, and people will be asking him to do stuff, or will end up at a karaoke bar somewhere, and then like 3 days later they want to book him for a comedy show, like stuff like he will always end up on a stage. But it's almost worse if we go somewhere to like say like in rural Vietnam where like for an entire like 2 weeks there was not like really a stage he could get on except if he wanted to go sing in between the local people at a locals karaoke spot, and they're all singing their like meow songs like like it's beautiful, but like then meow like you know what I mean? Like it's
I don't.
Like,
is it a song about a cat?
No, you do it. You do it because you know how to do it. I can't do them. I'm subcontracting this part to my husband.
You know how they have that that thing that go.
And then they'll sing over it.
But it sounds dope if you beatbox over it.
And then they'll sing over it.
Sounds like a Wu-Tang beat.
Sounds dope if you beatbox over Vietnamese music, dope.
Yeah. And so, but once there isn't a stage that he can get on, then he gets really frustrated. And then it's almost like he doesn't even want to go see any live entertainment because all he'll do is sit there and be like, I just want to be up there. Like in one way or another. Yeah. Or he'll find something that irritates him about the performer.
No, I do.
Up there.
I do.
Oh yeah, totally. Totally.
I didn't know about myself.
Totally.
I didn't know about
not
myself.
me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, like he'll dance his ass off on Bourbon Street. Doing like
you gonna choke her?
He'll like dance his ass off on Bourbon Street because he's on stage and gets to dance, and like and he's all for dancing. And then we go to the bar that's playing the best music, like, and he's all like, and like now he doesn't get to dance on stage, so now we're just not dancing. Like
I am a performer.
Well, I didn't know that about myself, but
like he's addicted to the stage. He really is. So he would still always be on stage.
Yeah. What does it do to you when you hear people laugh at your fucking jokes? When you just get on stage and you
it don't matter where it is.
It doesn't matter where. Like he actually probably prefers it even at the grocery store.
I actually like laughs in real life
in general.
Actually.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make me compare the two,
it's a 24-hour show. Like I'm the only one who has a 24-hour ticket.
Pass, yeah.
Yeah, to the Corey Mack show. But like it doesn't really change. Like it just changes that he knows that on stage he's presenting ladies and gentlemen.
Is it something that you just can't turn off?
It's more like a. I mean, dude.
Because I can turn it off. I can turn it off.
He didn't have to really. Like he didn't.
I'm actually just a fucking angry person.
See, I've walked along the border of negativity before, and wanted to like be like, oh, I want to go in the land of negativity, nigga. That should look fun. You be cut up over there.
It's not
exactly.
fun.
I'm there every day.
And
it's not fun.
You know, again, that should have you at a protest.
Yeah.
Should have you. You'd be like,
yeah.
Oh, what the fuck am I? Why am I carrying a casket? What am I carrying a casket on my shoulders for with an American flag draped over it yelling, "The system is corrupt."
At empty office buildings.
On a Sunday in Washington. Why would I spend my weed money on that? Why would I do
Yeah.
that? Why would I do that?
But once you do it once and you realize that, like well, that's not really the
it's
change.
like,
You
oh,
start
that's
changing
what happens
yourself.
when you get into a psychosis of release from
Order of
taking that
negativity.
shit, want to take the shit. So take stuff so serious that you want to do something. It's like, but do what?
Well, then go do
Go
something.
do something actually that's
Or then let
worthwhile.
it go if you're not going to do something.
Yeah, yeah,
because
100%.
people will be angry and upset about something for years and years and years and not take the first step to actually doing something. And so then you're wasting all that energy on just being pissed off or angry or frustrated, irritated or whatever. And so if you're not going to do something, then don't let it go. But if you can do something, then just go and do it instead of wasting that energy on feeling negative.
Plus, laughing, it's like, doesn't it feel good?
All day.
Like,
yeah.
doesn't it feel good? Like I'm gonna go ahead and be a little dirty here. Fuck it. But like, it's like masturbating. The feeling is it actually. I mean, if you want me to be real, it feels better. It does feel better than sex because at some point in time that shit get chafe and.
Well, you can laugh all
And
day.
then once you come, at least once. I mean, I'm a guy, maybe not a woman, but once I'm come, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a sandwich. But I can keep laughing back to back. I'll never be like, ha ha ha.
I'm done laughing. I gotta take a break.
Oh, I never laughed like that before. I need you. No one's ever made me laugh like that before. I get to be a whore with laughter.
Yeah.
I'd be like, who want to give me them? Who would make me laugh? I'm a like. That's why I'll even laugh at like, I'll be like, listen, don't fucking ask me to really be I can be the judge of like, all right, that's funny. But I'm like, all jokes aside, when I'm just loving life, or like I'm just like, I'm not being asked to be a fucking judge of funny. Mm-hmm. Sit in a room and you just be like, I will be the guy that'll be encouraging you. Like if you're not even a comedian, if you say something even a little bit of funny, I'm not gonna probably just go like, I'm probably be like, I wanna.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
I wanna like laugh. I wanna laugh. That shit feels good. So any excuse to laugh, that's why I said to be silly. So, but if somebody else is cutting up, I promise you won't see me I won't be like, I want to be funny. No, I would, if somebody else want to be the fucking facilitator of this fucking laugh orgy, pull your jokes out. Put them in between my funny bone right now. And I want to laugh. Like, that's the God honest truth. So like, even if somebody sticks me in with something fun, like, serious happening, like if she's sitting next to me and some shit's happening, or you're gonna be sitting next to me, or now that I know you sit next to me and somebody, I'm the dude when I was in the Marines, motherfuckers would hate to be sometimes across from me at a funeral detail, bro. Like we used to do honor guards. So we'd have to sometimes, and we don't know these people, by the way. But they fucking call us because we were part of this unit called Inspector Instructor, where we train reservists, but we were there every day. Mm-hmm. Basically, just keeping all the shit clean for the reservists in case they get deployed, that kind of life. Just kind of manning the fort while everybody else is doing their regular life. Shit, I lost myself.
Oh, that you were such
They
so
would
silly.
hate
You were
being
at
around
So silly,
yeah.
at this
You at the color
unit,
guard.
at this unit, they get a lot of honor guards. So
Yeah.
just want to put this in perspective. How many?
It's honor
I was
guards?
doing honor guards, color guards, honor guards.
Okay,
same
I was
difference.
about to say, I was like, is it actually honor guards? I've been calling color guards.
No, it's the same thing.
Okay, good.
Same
Alright,
thing. It'd be okay. We were in New York, by the way, and there'd be so many World War I or II veterans that were, like often. You guys off. Plus, it's New York, so there's a lot of people. Period, that was from New York that pass away in any way, shape, or form that would have been getting buried in New York. So we doing tons of details and. Hey, you be sitting. Somebody's across from me. We got to carry it. Nobody want to don't look at me, don't look at my face, because this is what you might see. Like you got your cover like this, right? Like your Marine Corps hat.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't call it. I just didn't want no Marine to see this and be like, he wasn't in the Marines, he called it a hat. Marine Corps cover. But I didn't want y'all to be like, what's a cover? So they dress both people.
Yeah.
They'd have the cover. Can I try to get that on my head? No, it's not gonna fit. But it would be like your hat's like this.
We
so
know
all you
how
can
it
see
looks.
is the nose, and all you see is this. Did you see it? That's just enough to fuck you up, bro.
When they know he's doing
you
it on
know I'm
purpose.
doing it on purpose. You know this asshole's trying to fuck with you. So
And in the background, it's like,
Yeah.
you hear it's like, is it disrespectful? I don't think so.
it's funny. You're
The
trying to
family
go
never
back
heard us.
to
We
a
were always
sad,
to the
shitty
side.
situation.
We were always to the side. Like I would never. I have never like disrespected the family. As a matter of fact, I've seen more Marines that were supposed to be given the flags fuck that up. That no matter what I would have done would have fucking relieved that fucking moment, if anything. But
How
but
fucking
like
ever,
don't
oh,
like
no,
don't
it's not that
stand
way. It's just,
Yeah.
oh shit.
or don't stand like next to me and we at like some stupid ass event or something and we stuck in formation. I'm gonna grab your hand. You understand? Like shit that just make you break your bearing. And remember, this is stupid shit, bro. I'm gonna make you lose your bearing, where because you know everybody's like, again, everybody's all like, serious, but like you know people personally at this point, and you got like life experiences with some of these dudes. You're just like, fuck out of here. You break more rules than a motherfucker. He's like, so you know what? We gonna break this rule. I'm gonna be stupid. Like I'm a clown because we stuck here. But,
Has anyone ever
but
told
no.
you, that, like a stranger, thank you for your service?
Oh, that shit's always funny. People say that. That's always funny.
How does it make you feel?
I'd be like, I ordered bullets for the people that fought for your freedom. I ain't ordered bullets. Go get them. Beers on me, guys. It's all on days work protecting this country right there. He'll type,
and you
he'll
were there.
type for freedom or wherever there's trouble.
And he was there like pretty much between all the actions. Like
But I was
the
good
major-
though.
yeah.
Like
The camera's doing something, Josh. What does that mean? Are we offline?
although I was like, no, we trip you out though, but I was good at doing Marine stuff. Like I could shoot, like sharpshooter.
Yeah.
I could shoot with both hands. I can climb one rope in each hand, 200. Wait, let me get this shit right. 20 pull-ups, 120 sit-ups in the 2 minutes, 3-mile run under 18 minutes.
And
So-
a lot of typing skills.
But you know, yeah, I like going to the field. I like getting dirty. I can march my ass off too. Lean back and strut. Get the uniform so tight where other people are like, "Hey man, can you hook me up with my uniform?" So you know,
Did you ever want to go? Like, did you ever want to go to war? Did you ever
When I-
wanted to go like
Confession?
or get
confession.
get some action?
Initially, yes.
Yeah.
Initially, I got sunk into it. Actually, let me trip you out. When I signed up first, that's part of what I wanted. That experience. I was like, I want, like when I would talk to like anybody, I was like, I'm going to Marines, and he was like, really, what you gonna do? I was like, I'm going in and I'm gonna do infantry, and then I'm gonna go recon, do some special stuff like that. Like that was like my attitude.
Yeah.
And
Be a fighter.
wanted to be a fighter, and I talked to some people, and they were like, "Hey, do you understand? Like, what are you gonna do when you get out? Like, do you understand? And do you understand, like, what?
Yeah, what are
He's
you
a
going to be
Punisher.
trained for in the outside world?
Superhero, stupid. Duh. Vigilante.
Punisher.
A vigilante, you idiot.
Punishment.
Stupid. So I was like,
They're like maybe looking to
Maybe.
something that would convert to like an actual career, like outside, like after
you
you
feel
get
like being a
out.
cop? Being a cop, and I was like, maybe not a cop. So I was like, all right. So then I was like, well, maybe maybe not that. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna pick another MOS, and then I ended up taking something called logistics, which was basically 4 weeks, and it was like short of school. Let me just take that. I just want to get the fuck out of here. And I was going to become a Marine, but then I was even gonna be a reservist. Like I was gonna do active duty. Then I was like, well, let me do reserves, because then I didn't even want to go active duty anymore.
Oh, okay.
But then when I get in the boot camp, then this bug hit me where I did want to be active duty. So then they were like, you got to wait till you get to your unit. And that's why I ended up at these units. There's they call them this thing called the active reserve program, where if you sign up as a reservist, they can switch you over to active duty. But on your record book, they'll still call it active reserve program, where you can even do 20 years, you can retire and everything like that. But you go in every day like you are a full-time Marine, the time that you're in for whatever your length of contract is.
Yeah.
So I switched over to that program because I got so motivated while I was in the shit.
In
so
boot
that's
camp?
what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's what I'm like, it actually like that's what I'm like, yeah, it's like it's a weird story. It's like, yes, no, yes,
Yeah.
Maybe I just want to be a Marine. Maybe not.
What got you out of that mentality? You just like was it the whole thing you said, like you just wanted to be freedom, like free, to be free?
Part of it, I think, was it was like different things. I wanted to get freedom, get out of mom's house. Two, Marines was the thing that I didn't know of from the Punisher comic book. Like, and I know I didn't want to go to college. I was like, I don't want no school.
And what was it that made you want to finish at 8 years?
That's what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh, I just felt like I went in like a 17-year-old kid. 17, and I totally was fine with like I'm gonna listen to a grown up. I don't know what the fuck I want to do. You want to guide me and help me? Like, absolutely. And the more I learned there, and I did mature, and then I was like
25.
Yeah, and I was actually filling a billet, a rank, a billet, like a position of like, from the time I was a Lance Corporal, which is an E3, to the time I was a sergeant, it was like basically the positions of upwards of like E7, E8. You know what I mean? So, like, and nobody ever treated me like a baby there. They just be like, you just young, but they like always liked my youthfulness in terms of like how I always approach things. So I started feeling like a man. And I was like,
respect.
I felt like a man. And I was like, yeah, I feel like a man. And then I was also stationed alongside of normal cities. So like my first duty station is in New Orleans. The second was in Garden City, New York. So I'm with civilian people, and everywhere I go, they're just like enamored by me as a 23, 24-year-old guy in the Marines. And even though I had the sense of humor I have, they still like combined what I was doing for a living at the time with that. So it was like, yo, perfect kind of person. So then I was like, holy smokes, wow, this shit can like make the world look at you in a certain light. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm good. I don't think I need to stay for the whole time. 20 years. I was like, excuse me.
Don't you fucking do it.
Sneeze.
Don't you goddamn do it. Don't you. Bless you. God bless you. There we go. You just get.
It's
two.
always it's gonna be like usually 6, 7, or 8.
That's 4.
Yeah. Was that 5?
Was it 5? You're good at math.
I don't know. No, I wasn't counting. But usually it's like between 5 and 9 sneezes. And that's why I always just wait until the end. And I don't say bless you. I say, do you need a tissue?
Which rhymes with bless you?
You guys want to see some bats? Is that correct?
Yeah.
So we need to wrap this up so I can tell you guys to hopefully see some bats.
But don't feel like we
don't need. Yeah.
like if like this is going and I'm with gravy here, just so you know.
No. I also got it set up because we got a show tonight, so I have to go do that too.
Right.
So, but at the end of it, I just wanted to say thank you guys for being here. Any last words that you guys want to share with the world, with the all 3 of my listeners? Iina, anything you want to say to the world right now is your chance.
You know what? I gotta go with our sort of motto: live free, laugh hard.
Live free, laugh hard. Yeah, I bought one of those at Walmart.
No, this happened like there was an open mic in Atlanta one time, and I wrote it down, and like all of our stuff, like our shows have that backdrop and stuff. Live free, laugh hard, And it was
It's
like
beautiful.
an open mic in Atlanta, probably about 10, 11 years ago. And Mack finished his set, and then he just kind of said, "Live free, laugh hard." And I went, "Where did that even come from?"
Yeah,
He must have been at Hobby.
I was saying that before white girls
Yeah.
were saying it.
Yeah, he was. He really
They
was.
appropriated my
Because this
shit.
was before it was at Hobby Lobby, and it actually, yeah, you know what I mean? So like,
Before Hobby Lobby.
yeah,
I
you
wasn't
know.
even going with you there yet.
How about you, Mr. Mack? Any last words for the Good Set Bro listeners?
When all the gestures awaken,
Mm-hmm.
nothing will be forsaken. And then all of the silly egos will finally be up for the taking.
Well, thank you. Well, good set, bro. All right, we out.
I always make it blow up. Like that. I was gonna
I'm anti-bombs.
Oh, that's so freaky cool.